Divorce is a life-altering experience that can have profound emotional and physical effects on individuals. In today's video, we dive into the complex journey of divorce, exploring its impact on various aspects of life and offering essential coping strategies to take care of your mental and your physical well-being during this really challenging time. The shock of divorce eventually gets to work on the mental and the biological systems of the body. Work productivity suffers. Sometimes people who can afford to just drop out of life for a while, and they may go to a coffee shop, or they may fish or vacation, or some people run until they're physically exhausted. They may read, or they may eat too much or too little, see movies. Whatever works for you is okay, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else. Just do the best that you can to get by for a while. You have suffered a staggering blow, and your mind and body are working to absorb what's happening. I want you to hear that again. You have suffered a staggering blow. It's going to take some time to get over it. Feeling bad is okay. Give yourself a break. Leslie, a 26-year-old graduate student who was divorcing after a 5-year marriage, she said that she found herself singing an old Beatles favorite, Let It Be, just to give herself a little lift. For some reason, it gave her the comfort that she needed. Nicholas, a golf pro who was divorcing at 36, he wandered around the golf course looking for lost golf balls. It helped him process what was happening to him. Stress is hard on the body, and it's brought on by life changes, major routine changes, financial changes, and a broken heart. Be ready for physical manifestations of the difficulties you're experiencing, and realize that these manifestations are completely natural. Your mental health has many different categories. I like to look at mental health as a large umbrella. Under this umbrella falls many different pillars. Physical health. No need to do rigorous exercise here. A simple walk around the block can help get fresh air and movement in your body. Emotional health. Are you being gentle with yourself here? Try to avoid thinking words that put you down. So think of it this way. When you start to take, "this is my fault," and you alter your thinking to, "I did the best that I could," it can settle that stirring anxiety that you may be feeling. Cognitive health, such as remembering your past, imagining, learning, all of this is okay. Reading self-improvement books was a great way that Eric said that helped his mind understand concepts that he was dealing with in his separation. He said, there is a sense of comfort in understanding the why. Social health. Spend time with your friends. Dan, a 31-year-old software engineer, said his marriage ended. He looked around and noticed everyone who surrounded him was not walking in the direction of life that he also wanted to be walking in as well. His whole life had been turned upside down. So he said his mental health was the most difficult in this department because not only did his marriage end, but he also ended friendships that were toxic and did not lead him in the direction he wanted to go. Painful in the moment, but rewarding in the long term. Spiritual health. If faith is important to you, this one is something that people lean in on. Finding a new church, support recovery groups, or some people really focus on the manifestation of a new life during this time, dreaming up a new future. Biology. It's okay to say, I think I need a little bit more help to get over this. Don't be afraid to make that leap on contacting a psychologist for help. A prescribed medicine from your doctor could really give you that extra help that you may need to get through this time. Remember, it's not a forever thing. Eventually, you will be in remission from this very tough time, and your doctor will come up with a plan that works best for you to wean you off this medication whenever you are ready. It's okay to say that I need a little help. Nutrients. Too much or not enough. Your gut communicates with your brain. The food that you consume will alter how you feel and how you think. Sometimes a frozen pizza just hits right whenever you're suffering or struggling, especially when you're in mourning the death of your marriage. Revert back to pillar 3. Be kind to yourself. Adding veggies and fruits and nuts into your diet may be a great game changer, but it's also okay to just eat mac and cheese when you're not feeling well. but don't forget to include some nutrients along the way. Lucy, a 38-year-old digital strategist, said that mac and cheese every night was nice comfort food, especially when she was crying so much to consider anything healthy at all. But when she stopped crying, she said that she started to add in some veggies and some protein along the way in her diet, and it made her feel a little bit better. Or at least she said that it made her feel better knowing that she was trying. Jackson, a 42-year-old plumber, said that at the end of the workday, he felt pretty good overall when he was going through his divorce, but at the end of the day, he would enjoy some of his favorite whiskey to wind down. But he said that his mind would start to take him to some pretty tough places that he normally would not have gone to or probably would have been more in control over. He said, "I was mean to myself and I blamed myself more harshly. The pain amplified. Although I knew alcohol was a depressant and it does this normally," he said that I was already having a tough time sober, so I decided to limit my alcohol consumption. What follows are descriptions of a few other typical symptoms that you may be experiencing during this time. Sleep issues. Sleep might become an issue for you right now, whether you are sleeping too much or not at all. If you vary from normal sleep routine that you're used to, it's a sign that your body is being affected by what you are going through. If possible, sleep when you can. And of course, trust that this will pass. Eventually, normal sleep patterns will return. And if they don't, seek advice from a medical professional. Do you feel like you're tired all the time? You may feel fatigued whether you are sleeping or not. Grief is exhausting and it takes a lot of mental efforts to get through a day sometimes. You might feel numb, just like you're going through motions or trying to move through water. This is completely normal and just a part of the changes that result from separation and or divorce. Wrapping around the life that you have changes the experiences that you make and you feel run down, so that way you have no energy for other things. Your body and your mind are working complete overtime right now to process all of these emotions and changes in your life, all completely normal. But the good news is that the exhaustion is a sign that you are moving through this process of change, and know that it will not last for forever.